Welcome to this year fantasy guide. Last year, last year I finished in top 100 of the world, and hopefully I would be at the top this year too. I want to help you to get at the very least at 29% and get the sweet rewards what we got this year. Unfortunately, that's not Arcanas, but still, there's a lot to win. Which resources do we need? There's actually just two. First, the guide by the Maroon, which covered a lot of information in very simple, understandable form. And the second one is a calculator by the Winter Steel, which is upgraded from last year and got a lot of information what you need. For now, we don't need it. But this one, we need. First of all, let's look at the players. As you see, for now, I just picked OG. The switching the players, at least for the group stage, is completely free. Until the group stage is locked, you can pick any heroes what you want. So for now, I just pick OG, and we focus on the stats. They didn't change much from the last year, so there wouldn't be much explanation of how it works. I just show you what the best, and then explain every role I make. So there would be two parts. First, Quick Fury, and then detailed draft with every decision explained. So back to the Fury in guide. For each role, there is good stats and completely garbage stats. For example, take the core role. Creep and GPM is absolutely the best. Death and towers, pretty much fine. Kills and manstones, you better dodge them. Green for every role, not just cores. Mid, supports, all of them. Team fight is the only viable option. Everything else is garbage. For core, for example, you can stay with Roshan and Tormentor if you're unlucky, if you just can't take these team fights. It's just don't come with you. It's 1 in 6 chance, that's understandable. So you can stay with Roshan or Tormentor on core, but for everybody else, you need the team fight. You really need it. You can forget about everything else, you need the team fights on green emblems. At least that's my view. You can have your own opinion, that's totally fine. For mid, it's close to the core roles. Death, GPM, creeps, very good. Everything else, not so much. For some reason, mid laners in this meta don't take towers. I don't know why, it just happens. Low score, an average 300 against 2000 on deaths. It just happened. Don't get towers on mid. And the supports, that's once again team fight or nothing. Everything else is garbage. For blue, you look for wards or smokes, but camps, watchers, they fine. Lotus and runes, much worse, but acceptable. So the one what you must take is team fight. That's the most important part. You want at least 2 heroes with team fight participation. It will probably depends how far you get with your picks. Next, you want the solid red picks, and next you want something like wards and smokes and supports. You can tolerate supports with something like watchers and lotus. You can't tolerate meter what get absolutely garbage blue emblem and something like Courier or Roshan on green. You just can't. It would be waste pick. So focus on team fights, please. Another new part of this year is the title. Previously, we got title on each role. 1 support, 1 meter, 1 core. Now it's 1 for all. For the suffixes, you need underdog or clutch. It's explained in the Maroon guide, what everything else is just unstable. You can try something, but a lot of it is just terrible, and underdog and clutch, they the most stable. Underdog give you 6% every time the player loses, so even if he loses, he can get a solid score, and the clutch works for the last match of the series. I don't know exactly how this should work. Like, what if it's best 2? Does it work for every second map? I'm not so sure. So I prefer go with underdog. So, because who knows how the clutch works. You can go with clutch, you can go with everything else, but you can go for the guide on Reddit by Maroon. The link would be in the description, and see for yourself what works for you better. For the prefixes, it doesn't matter what you took now. You can change it for free before the group stage is locked. And we change it at the last moment when we get our heroes and when we get our stats. For now, whatever. Whenever it looks like that, we will change it later. Heroes, same thing. We will change them at the last moment when we get the stats what we wanted. Or we don't. We will adapt later. For now, we just stay with heroes and switch stats. So let's see what we got. That's the completely new draft. No tokens taken. That's what we got. I just choose the heroes and that's what I got. GPM and devs, very good. Teamfight, absolutely best. Teamfight, absolutely best. That's extremely lucky draft. You probably wouldn't get it. You will spend a lot of time and a lot of rolls rolling with green stats to get teamfights. I will honestly, that's the I should say probably, but that's the second recording of this. I already drafted another account and forget to switch to Dota, so you didn't see my picks, so I have to record it again. And then I got 0 team fights and have to reroll and reroll and reroll, and I probably wasted like 50 to 20 rerolls just for greens, and I got 2 team fights, hopefully. So that's extremely important. You will take, if you didn't get team fights from the start, you will spend a lot of time on rolls to get it. And you need it really, because the difference, I show you again, the difference is completely absurd. On core, it's 2 times better. On middle, 3 times better. On support, 3.5 times better. To the next pick. Not to the worst, to the next better pick. So you should completely find team stats on every team fight, on every role. You really need it. I can't say enough. You should take team fight if possible. Like if you choose between rolling whatever, blue, red emblem, upgrade the tier, whatever, reroll the green for team fight is much more worth it. So let's get to what we got. Ops and Lotuses on support. Ops is probably Ops the best, but Lotuses I don't remember much. I wouldn't show you. I wouldn't switch for Dota anymore. But I will tell you what Lotuses is actually second from the worst. It's just 600. But 600 against 1000 is not so bad. So we stay with Lotuses for now. Tormentor kills, we probably should switch it for the teamfight, because Tormentor kills on the support is second best, but only 400 against 14 on the teamfights. So we better look for the teamfights when possible. Second, Matt Stone collected on mid. Absolutely worst. Should be changed. Lotus gained. Once again, absolutely worst. I actually switch for this time to the calculator and show you. 111 Lotuses. And as you see, that's not a bug. There's completely all zeros. Midders don't take Lotuses for some reason. Let's take Ops. See? 200. There's midders who actually spend a lot of their times warding. But Lotuses? Maybe the stats doesn't work. I don't know. Let's take overs. None. Okay. Lotuses doesn't work in this guide. Okay. So we don't know. There is no data. It's actually shown there. There is no data for Lotuses. So we don't know. But probably that's not much. That's probably not much on Lotuses. So better switch. Because even Ops got you a somewhat. But in general, you want only runes. You see the difference, 200, 1600. So for mid, you want to switch lotuses for runes. So that would be switched. GPM and devs, as I remember, that's two best one for core. 1 second. Look for it. Core, yeah, creep and GPM the best. Dev is the third one. So we don't switch GPM. We probably don't switch dev. That's a fine pick. Teamfight. So let's look again. GPM, teamfight, devs, totally fine. We probably don't switch anything here. Mid, Madstone, switch. Lotus, switch. Teamfight, the best one. We don't look at it. Support, ops, absolutely the best. Lotuses, fine, but could be much better. Tormentor kills should be switched. Supports don't take Tormentors. So now we begin the draft. We begin the switch and stats. Let's see what we got. Reroll stat for green emblems. That's a good one for support. Reroll stat for random green emblem. Same. Good for support. Reroll quality for blue. Once again, let's look at the tiers what we got. Ops tier 4. Absolutely the best. Lotus tier 3. The solid pick. We probably don't randomly change quality for supports. At least for the blue emblems. Because 4 and 3 is above average. So we shouldn't change it. For the core, tier 2, tier 2, tier 4. We want to switch the first one. We want to upgrade the team fights. The 4 one, we don't change it. If we got a random, we probably don't switch the core. For mid, tier 3, tier 3, tier 2, that's a bit below the middle. We probably would random tiers if possible for mid laner, but in general, that's a risk because it's not that low. We almost in the middle. And if we in the middle or upper, we probably wouldn't roll the random qualities on tiers. Because we probably get worse results in the end. So, quality for blue? Not really. We better don't. Reroll stats for green? That's reasonable. Because we want the team fights. Switch? We got first blood. We switched one terrible stats for another terrible stats. Okay, we got 39 to go. That's fine. Randomly increase one quality. That's the best one. For now, I would say we probably should go with support. Maybe we get tier 5 ops. But on other hand, for now we got first blood and lotuses. These the stats we don't really want. But for the corner, for example, we can switch everything. I mean, the tiers. We want everything go upper. We don't change the stats. Reroll stat for red emblem. That's actually a good one. Because we don't want Madstone. That's absolutely worst. We probably should change it right now. Reroll quality for one random red emblem. That's worse than these two. So, let's see. Reroll stats for red emblem is quite... You can see it quite often. So, we can save it for later. But randomly increased one quality, you probably get 5 or less of this. So you should use it. If you doesn't have something more important right now, you should use it. For which player? That's a hard task to say, because we got tier 2 and tier 2. We probably just got tier 3 here. In this case, we probably got teamfight tier 3. But here, the same thing. Like, we don't have solid option to roll it. So, honestly, that's a random. Let's increase here. Tier 5 devs, fine. Devs are fine. Tier 5, excellent. You can't get any better. What you got now? Stat for the last green. That's a good one. We can reroll support once again. Trade for blue. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the traits. So let's look at it first. Unique. Unique works when there's no more unique on you. That's fine. Let it be. Fractal. Fractal works if every tier is different. So we got 2 tier 2s, so it doesn't work now, but it may work later. So we don't have to reroll it now. Vampiric is quite nice. It gives you 50%, but it takes 10% for the one below and one upper, so it's fine, but it could work better if it's at the top, because it takes only 10% for the bottom one. Here, benevolent. Benevolent is fine, but it's better put in the middle because it gives 20% to the top and to the bottom, but nothing to itself. But it's fine for now. Unique 30%, it works now. Friendly. You don't want friendly in the first stage because you need free friendly so it would works. You need whole free banners to say friendly. It will be fine for the second stage, but for now it's not so good. Sorry. So we probably switch it if we can. Same. Vampiric, fine, but it takes from the above, so it's not optimal. Fractal works because all the tiers are different right now. Unique is fine because there is no more unique. So for traits, we only want to switch friendly, and that's not so important right now. We can forget about it. So trait for random blue, we don't do this. Quality for green, that's a fine pick. Reroll stat for last green emblem. Honestly, we probably should reroll quality first. Why? Because for the green stats, we need only team fights. Everything else is terrible. So there is 1 in 6 chance, less than 20%, what we get the right stats, the team fight. But everything else is terrible. No matter what we take, it's just terrible. But for stats, we got tier 2. So there's 1 chance what we go below, 1 chance what we stay in the same, and 3 chances what we go upper. So it's a very good use of our roll. Which one? It doesn't really matter. It's both tier 2. So let's just reroll core. Oh. Wow. I didn't read it well. It wasn't quality. It was the stats. So we lost the team fight. Excellent. Now we downgraded our core pair a lot. Well, that's why you shouldn't rush it. You should actually read what it says. I was 100% sure both said the qualities, not the what both says the qualities, but it wasn't. Well, unfortunate. We will try to fix it later. So reroll quality for first red. That's fine for mid. Randomly increased quality. We can lose the tier 5 deaths, which is not fine. But on the other hand, we can upgrade. Trait for green. Traits are not important. So reroll quality. Reroll quality for first red emblem. That's actually the best here, probably. Because we want to upgrade tier 2. There is a high chance. And randomly increase, well, there is a high chance what we lose our opportunity. But on the other hand, mid is not so high right now, so it's probably worth it. Let's try. And we got tier 4, tier 3, and tier 1. So we lose 2, but we got, what, 2? I suppose we add 2. So it's fair trade, not really increased quality. Reroll stat for random green. We need it right now on 2 rolls. Reroll quality for green. Not so important right now. Reroll quality for blue emblems. We don't need that at all. So reroll stat for random green. Courier kills. Still shit. That's why you shouldn't do mistakes like that. But fine. Reroll stat for first green. Another chance. Stat for green. Another chance. Reroll trait for green for red emblems. That's not important right now. So let's reroll. Once again, it's stats. Randomly increased one quality. That's important. Stat for green. Stat for... They trying to give me more and more chances to reroll green, but increased quality is more important. Let's increase quality here. And we got first blood tier 4. Not important. Stat for green. That's a good one. Stat for red. Less important right now. Reroll quality for random red. That's a good one. And we got tier 3. Very fine. Trait for blue. We don't do trades now. Stat for random green. Reroll. First blood. First blood on course is not so terrible if I remember correctly. Let me see. Core. No, it's actually terrible. It's only 200s. So we better change it. Last green emblem. Stat for red. Okay, we keep rerolling green. Stance again. It's third time the stance, right? Quality for first red. That's a solid one for course. Trade for blue, no. Trade for green, no. So quality for first red. Reroll. We got an upgrade, a small one. Reroll quality for greens. Reroll stat for green. Okay. Reroll again against first blood. I see. That's a little chance to get the team fights. We used to already 5 or 6 rerolls just to get our team fights back. And we don't get it. We probably wouldn't get it all. Reroll quality for first red. We don't really need it right now. Stat for last green. Let's do it again. Tormentor kills. Tormentor kills is third best for course. It's give you 7.5 hundreds. So we keep it for now. We lost team fight, unfortunately, but Tormentor is fine. Roshan is fine too, for course. We just need reroll support for green stats right now. So quality for red. We don't want it. We got tier 3, that's a middle, in tier 5. So we don't reroll quality. We probably just get worse. Stat for random green. We probably use it. Quality for last red. We definitely don't use it. So reroll random stat. And we got courier kills. On support. We only want good ones in team fight. The next one is Tormentor, that's 400. The next one is Stance, that's 400 too. So courier kills, not good. Stat for blue, Ops Planted and Lotus, we don't want it. Trade for blue, trade for blue. We can switch stat for blue on the mid one. Let's do this. And we got smokes used. Another one wasted opportunity. That's completely terrible. Trade for green. We can switch friendly right now. Reroll quality for green. We can switch Tormentor. Reroll quality for last red. We definitely don't want it. So let's switch the quality. Oh, tier 1 in 5 chance. That's fine. We will upgrade it later. Randomly increased one quality. That's a good one. Quality for red emblems. We don't want it. Quality for blue. We don't want it. So randomly increased one quality. Let's do it for mid. And we got smokes tier 5, which we don't need. Quality for green. That's a good one for core. Trade for blue. We don't need it. Stat for first green. We need it. We switch and we got Russian kills on support. That's why you should be careful. So much wasted opportunities to switch green on support. Trade for last blue. Don't need it. Quality for red. Don't need it. Quality for random red. Once again, don't need it. So do we want switch fractal? Let's see the chances. So what's the problem with fractal? We got 4, 4, and 3. It's probably would be like that by the end of our rows. Maybe it would be 5 and 5, or 5, 4, and 4. But we probably don't want the fractal. It's fine if it's here, but we don't want it. Okay, so what's the chances? 1, we get fractal again. Second, we get benevolent. That's 20 bonus to the one higher than the blue stat. Vampiric, that would be absolutely nice. Unique would ruin it for us, so it's a bad pick. Friendly, it's basically a wasted opportunity. So fractal and friendly, neutral, we just get nothing. Benevolent and vampiric, we get bonuses. Unique is wasted opportunity, is actually bad. So 2 better, 2 worse, 1 neutral. Is that say the correct? No, 1 worse, 2 neutral, and 2 better. So we can actually switch it. Because if we don't, we just reroll. Everything else, we don't need it. Okay, so reroll stat, and we get benevolent. It doesn't give anything to this one, but it buffs vampiric. Reroll stat green, that we need it. Quality for blue, no. Trade for red, no. Reroll again, first blood. Once again, we don't get team fights. It's don't come so easy. Stat for last green, that's a fine one. Stat for random green, that's a fine one. Stat for red, we probably will get it later. Once again, Roshan kills. It just don't comes. That's what probably would be your experience too. Team fights don't come so easy. Don't roll them on random. You really want to keep your team fights, okay? Quality for blue, no. Trade for blue, not really. Trade for random blue. Once again, we don't need it. So what we do? We reroll operation. We don't need anything of it. Quality for green, fine for the core. Stat for green, that we needed. Reroll again. Courier kills, no. Stat for green, probably. Stat for random green, same. Reroll quality for blue, no. We reroll again. Tormentor kills. How bad is Tormentor kills on support? It's actually the second, 400s. So we keep it for now. For now. But we probably reroll it again. So, reroll quality on red. No. Trade on the blue. No. Stat for the blue. Yes. We want to reroll smokes. That's completely terrible. And we got Watchers taken. Watchers taken is actually fine. On the first recording of this, I got the Watchers too on the mid. And I keep it. Why? Because there is one player who, for whatever reason, takes a lot of Watchers. That's Noon from Paris Vision. That's one of the best teams, probably the team would win this international. At least there is one of the favorites. So you want to get this player around. And he actually good for Watchers. So with tier 5 and unique bonuses, maybe this Watcher's not so bad. So we keep it for now. It's not the best. It's far from the best actually. But it's fine. With all the bonuses, it would work fine. So we keep it for time being. Reroll stat for red emblems. Now we actually can do it. Stat for green. As I said already, Tormentor kills is the second best. It's much worse than the team fights, but it's fine if you get it. A lot of people wouldn't get team fights. So you can keep Tormentor kills if you have something better to do. And we have something better to do. We need to reroll this Madstone Collected, because it's absolutely terrible on meter. Reroll quality for random red, we don't need it. And so we reroll stat. And we get creep score. Creep score is not the best for meter, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's third best, but it's good. 20 hundreds on deaths and GPM, 11 hundreds on creeps. So it's totally fine. We can keep the creep score. Quality for first red. No, because we at the middle. 2 worse, 2 better, 1 the same. We better don't reroll it at random. We can get better. We can get worse. With same chance, we can get better. Don't take these chances. Trade for last blue. Not really. We don't need it. Trade for green. And finally, we can reroll friendly. And we get vampiric. Very good. It would work not so good at the second stage when we get 2 more stats on the banner. But for now, it takes 10% from the Watchers and get 50% to the team fight. That's excellent. We should keep it. Next, quality for green. That's good for core. Trade for blue. Don't need it. Last green stat. Not important right now. As I said, we can keep the Tormentors. So, reroll quality. And we got team tier 5 on Tormentor kills. That's pretty fine. We got 300 Tormentor kills. That's quite good. Reroll stats for random green. We probably do this. Trade, not so much. We fine without trades. Quality increase. We probably shouldn't. Why? For core, we got 2 tier 5s. It can be upgraded. It can only go worse from there. And it can be changed not for tier 4. It can be changed for tier 1. So we don't reroll on core. We can reroll mid. Why? Because Watchers is terrible. We don't really need Watchers. Like, there's a worse option, but we didn't want these Watchers here. It just happens we got there. Creep score, we want to upgrade it. Team fight, we want to upgrade it. What if Watchers go to tier 1? If we got tier 4 and tier 4 on the creep score and team fight, I'll still take it. It's more important. So we can reroll 2 with mid. Because result will probably would be better. Trade for green, not important. Green could be used, but I take my chances here. So reroll, and we got 5, 4, and 3. Absolutely fine. We don't care about watches, but we got team fight 4 and creep score 5. That's absolutely the best results we could get. Reroll stat for green. We probably use it. Stat for first green, same. Quality for red, we don't want to change it. So which one we change? Tormentor is quite fine on the core, not so much on support, so let's keep reroll our support. And we got Stance. Stance is a bit worse than Tormentor for support, but fine. Stat for last green, we can keep rerolling. Quality for blue. For all blue. We don't change it because it's above average, tier 4 and tier 3. Tier 3 is the middle. So, other options. Quality for first red. I'm not so sure. We probably should reroll green again. Because with red, there's 1 results is the same, 2 worse, 2 better. So there is a solid chance that we get nothing from this roll. With stance, it's all terrible if it's not a team fight, so we probably should keep rerolling. And we got first blood. Doesn't matter. Increase 2, reduce 1. So, what's the worst case scenario for support? For mid, we don't reroll. We got 5 and 4 on the stats we actually care about. So we don't do that. Here, we don't reroll too, because with tier 5 on devs, tier 3 on GPM, we probably wouldn't upgrade it. But here, Lotus is mediocre. First blood, absolutely terrible. Ops, we don't lose to ops. On our supports, the only really good stats is ops, and it's already tier 4, so we don't random stats here. We don't random quality. Stat for the blue emblem. We can roll it on the meter, not so much on the support. We don't lose ops. Stat for red, we don't reroll it once again, because we already got a fine one. So our best option is reroll blue. We change it and we got lotuses. Probably, for lotus we got no stats. And it's probably not so good on meter. Meter had no reason to be on the edge of the map gaining lotuses. Supports got much better chances at that. Stat for the green, that's a fine one. Trade for red, not important. We can try to reroll. We reroll all at once. No, so we don't do it. So, reroll green again. Courier kills. Stat for green. Or randomly increased 1 quality. I say we increase 1 quality. Why? Because you can't upgrade 5, so it should be upgraded GPM. Check it. Yes, we got tier 4. Very nice. Stat for red. We don't change it. Trade for green. We don't do it. Trade for red. Once again, we better don't. So we just reroll operation. Stat for green. Very good. We can use it. Stat for blue. Should we reroll? So, another chance of getting a team fight or reroll lotuses. Hard choice, hard choice. I say we reroll green again. And we got Roshan kills. Another terrible one. Stat for green once again. Or stat for red. Easy choice. First blood. Randomly increased one quality. Increased one quality. And its Lotus is 4. We got only 2 rolls. Trade for blue. Not important. Quality for last red. We don't use it. Stat for red. We don't change it. So, the last one. Stat for red, green. Quality for green. Quality for red. Quality for red. No. Quality for green. No. So, let's roll again for the last time. And we get Tormentor kills. The same one. So, unfortunately, we lost the team fight. So, this particular team wouldn't work so well. For Meter, we unfortunately got Lotuses. That's probably would be a 0. For the core, we got GPM and devs. Absolutely excellent. Torment kills. Second best, but that's not a team fights. So we wasted a lot of rolls because I mistakenly switched team fight for something else for green. But otherwise, it's fine. It wouldn't be in top 100. I'm sure it wouldn't be. But for 95%, for top 1500s, maybe. For 95%, I'm 100% sure it would be here. It probably would be. So what we else should to do? First, we get the players. For this, we would need calculator. You go to this part, select your stats, and use the stats. What we got? GPM, Tormentor, and devs for core. GPM, Tormentor, and devs, right? Right. Tier is 4, 5, and 5. And look at the results. The best one, Watson and DM from Team Yandex. Honestly, we shouldn't go any further because Yandex and Paris are the best too. For the Team Vision? Well, Team Paris Vision. So we go for Yandex. Very fine. Now we go to the mid. Creep score, Lotuses, and team fights. For Lotuses, it would be 0 on everyone, so okay. We don't mind that. Team fight participation, and the tiers are 5, 4, and 4. And it's Lorinov from Nigma, but Nigma probably would be at bottom 8, maybe even in the bottom 3. Like, don't quote me on this. I don't follow professional Dota too closely, but I don't believe Nigma would be in the top 8. They don't perform so well. I just looked at some of the stats and it didn't look so promising. So I probably take something else. What we got? Nothing to say. That's better. Nisha, once again, I don't believe in liquid funds. Malrine, this one is better. GPK, 2. And it's quite close, just 300 difference. So nothing to say or GPK. I see GPK. So where is he? Bad Boom, right? Yeah. And supports. We got Ops, Tormentors, and Lotuses. So Lotuses once again doesn't work. But Tormentors and Ops, they do. 4, 4, and 3. And what we got? FY and X Nova. That's fine. Safe and Kataomi second. From Bad Boom again. Bad Boom probably will perform better, so I probably will get them. Why FY and Xnova and Snaking is so up, so higher up? Because Snaking and NFY, if I remember correctly, put a lot of observant words. Almost every single one they could. So probably they will perform better with observer words on tier 4. Yeah, I probably will take them. And that's the final results. And another one. Now we go to another part. Prefixes suggestion. And we get the guys we got. Watson NDM. GPK for mid. And supporters FY and Xnova. FY and Xnova. And the recommendation are Elemental. Second one is Cerulean, or however you pronounce it. I say it's fine. Let's take the Elemental. Oop. And that's the final result. Let me switch again. That's it. We got Force from Team Yandex, Mid from Bad Boom, Support from Extreme Gaming. Are they still called Extreme Gaming? And the stats are totally fine. We got a good on the red ones, GPM, Dev, Script Score. We got team fights on 1, Tormentor kills the second best on the green, what we want the team fights. And the blue Observer Wards is excellent, Lotuses on support is fine, Lotuses on mid is completely garbage. As I said already, that's probably would be in 95%, but not better. You need team fights. By all means necessary, you need 3 team fights, at least 2. That's what will carry you to the top 100. Without that, not so much. So this pick probably would be 95% only. And second one, if you want to rewards, please remember what the final score which would be seen there is not just from fantasy, it's from predictions too. So find someone else who would give you a solid predictions for group stage and international. That's definitely not me. I have absolutely zero idea what happens in the professional Dota. Like, I know what these teams are probably at top 5 at now, but how they perform at the international, that's completely unknown to me. I know no rumors. I didn't see them perform in the actual games, so I pretty much randomed this pick. It's probably would be more than half wrong. So find someone better who will give you points for predictions, because it wouldn't be me. But for fantasy, if you follow these instructions, you will do pretty fine. You should be in 95% for the fantasy. Everything else is pretty much random. As you see, I got 2 team fights and wasted this opportunity. Don't copy my mistakes. In general, that's everything I wanted to say to you. I wish you luck and hope you would be at least at 95%. Good luck once again, and see you soon.